Gareth, the talking is almost over. Is this the part that you like when it starts to get serious now?
Yeah, we're in this game to play football, to play games, and I can't say I'm not excited to the start of the season. You know, Watford away on Saturday is going to be a good opening game. There's going to be plenty of fans there. Nice day. It's what we're in this for, and I'm looking forward to now seeing what we've got. The barometer will be there. I still think there's a few additions, and we can be a little bit stronger than we are. I think Judge is right at the end of the window, and we'll be probably slightly different again. But we are very, very good shape for Saturday, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do at Watford.
Pre-season isn't about results, but obviously the result at the weekend against Oxford wasn't good enough by your own assessment after the match. What's the mood been like this week? Have you had to use what happened this week?
Yeah, of course. You know, I'd be remiss if I didn't take them through that, where it went wrong. A lack of there's just a lack of performance and just sort of a spark, you know. I'm putting that down to maybe the last game of pre-season, mix up of the teams. Losing Jimmy on 20 minutes was, you know, seeing one of the most popular lads in the squad going off with oxygen and everything. It hurt people. But when Oxford sort of got on top and scored, and then scored, it seemed to we just looked like we were a beaten outfit, you know, from each goal going in. It looked like it could get worse and worse and worse. And we've addressed that, you know, because it was tough. We had some young defenders who never played in the league, and the protection I wanted for them would have been more. Because it's going to be a whole different kettle of fish on Saturday. You know, I think that that's a good kick up the backside at the right time. I think you can go through pre-season and win all your games and then have a horrendous season. You can lose your games and start well. It's all about Saturday. It's got to be all about Saturday. I'm looking forward to getting out the boys this morning, what I want in training, showing them how we're going to play, what we're going to do, and I'm still hopeful there could be one or two additions. Definitely by the end of the window, but even for Saturday's game as well. So working hard. It won't be 2:00 finish, get home. It'll be well, for the players it will, but for the staff it'll be definitely all hands to the pump. You know, we need to be as strong as we possibly can on Saturday, because Watford's going to be a tough team to take on. Valérien Ismaël knows the league, knows how to get results in the league, but they are beatable. They are, and we proved that last year, both home and away. If we can get off to a start away from home at Watford again like they did last year, then I'll be very pleased. But going to take some hard work and graft, and maybe a little bit of luck as well.
The most disappointing aspect of last weekend wasn't the result, of course. It was the injury to Jimmy Dunn. What's the update regarding Jimmy?
Yeah, he's injured his shoulder, so we are currently working really hard with the medical teams and consultants to see if we can get him back quickly, you know, and that's important, because Jimmy's a key player. You know, he's been a key player since I walked in the door. Like I said, a great character to have in the dressing room. He actually came in Monday, so positive signs are there, and we'll see how he is over the next couple of days, and see, you know, what it looks like for Saturday. But I'm doubtful at the moment, and we'll have to see where that is.
And in terms of Watford, it's always hard to judge what a team is going to be like. They've made a number of changes in terms of outs and ins. What are you expecting from Valérien Ismaël's side? Yeah,
he's changed around a lot. You know, the club's gone through a big transformation. They got £20 million for Ismaël Sarr, so they have money to spend. Whether it's balancing the books, I don't know. But they lost, I think, 18 players. You know, went out the door, and that changes a whole dynamic at the club. He really does, you know. And Valérien's brought in a couple of players he wants. Sang one a midfielder yesterday again, you know, which is another ball to add to the mix, if you would. And we've got to just concentrate on what we're going to do. I think when you try and look at teams early on in the season, you don't often get it too right. You can look all you want, think what they're going to do, but sort of, you know, after 6 weeks, you sort of find out a consistent style of teams and what they're trying to do, and you can predict then, and you can prepare probably even better. But we're well prepared. You know, the fitness, I've always said, you know, you never fit on this first game, ultimately fit. It's 5 or 6 games down the line, you're at your peak fitness, and you shouldn't be now. You should be ramping up still, but you should be at a good level where you can compete. All teams should be about the same, you know. I think if you go off too early, you get plenty of injuries, and I think that was a cropper last year that this club came to. You know, there was too many injuries, and we're trying to really gradually increase the fitness levels, increase the performance levels, get what I want out of the team as a footballing side of things. And yeah, we're looking like a different team to last year, which is what I want. I want us to be different. I want us to change. I want us to hurt teams more. I want us to get at teams. Let's see what happens on Saturday.
And in terms of predictions, some of the outside predictions when it's looking at the Championship table is for QPR to struggle, with many predicting that will finish 24th. Are you aware of that, and have you used that?
Yeah, of course I'm aware of it. I've got kids who read magazines and socials, and so I do get reminded now and again. I have nothing. I wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't for my children showing it me. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. People have got to make predictions, and to all and sundry. You look at last season. You look at the slide the club went through, and you look at probably a few reports about how the situation of the club on the inside isn't like it used to be. Then they're putting 2 and 2 together, but I think they're still getting 5, because I don't think we're going to finish bottom of this league. I'm really confident that we can be a challenge in this league to every single team. We can go into every game believing we can win it. And as for added motivation, I will be using it in the right way, but you can't just suddenly tell boys that this is where you're predicted to finish, because some of these boys might start believing that, and that's something I don't want. You know, I want people to think, right, we can prove this lot wrong. We can be the QPR when I signed 20 years ago, when everyone just coming out of administration and everyone thought, they're not sure about it, what's going to happen, and we just blew the first game away. It was phenomenal, you know, and then went up and went on to be that solid, secure Championship side. That's what I aim to do here. I want them to be a consistent improvement every year in the Championship. I think over the last few years, I really believe that the papering over the cracks a little bit of where the club is, and I think it's needed a solid structure, a reset almost to get back to what we are. Luton had it, Millwall had it, Coventry had it, and all, you know, real flying teams in the Championship last year. 2 in the playoff final there, you know, so it can be done, and all those went down to League 2, even some of those teams. So it does happen, and it can happen. We got away with it last year. We scraped the Championship survival by the skin of our teeth, but I think we still got that reset of expectation of the club needs to change. Something needs to change here, and I'm hoping that everyone, fans, players, staff, everyone included, will appreciate that we're trying something. We're trying this new era here, and hopefully it'll be a good era.
And very finally, a couple of thousand QPR are making the trip to Watford. What do you want from them?
Phenomenal, as always. You know, the travelling support is magnificent. I want to give them the Burnley and the Stoke we had last year in my last few games, you know, of the season. That's what I want to give them. What I want from them is just total support for these boys. I've said to the team and the fans, you've got to give everything you've got, you know. If the players come off that pitch and they don't look tired, they don't look like they've given everything, have a go at them. But they will have. They will have, definitely, you know, and we'll be getting them running, we'll be getting them fighting, we'll be getting them scrapping. I want you to make sure that you get behind them and make them feel even better when they can't do that last run in the final minutes. Then get behind them, egg them on to do it, because they will respond. That's what I want. I always did, and that's what I want from my squad. I want them to feel that buzz that QPR is such a proud club to play for, well supported. Unbelievable that many's making the trip, but I didn't doubt it for a second. Can't wait to get in front of them, and whatever happens, I'll go over and say thank you at the end of the game. But believe me, might take a little bit of patience, but we'll be at it Saturday. Can't wait.